9 schedule. So I just pulled it up on this Word document, and basically, as you guys can see from the schedule this week, it's pretty much just about submitting your major project proposal. You need to submit the revision of that by Tuesday night. And then you're going to be working on your major project, right? You're going to be expected to basically outline 4 pages by class on Thursday. So with your project proposal, remember that you can use your project proposal and your source journal to actually give you the content that you need that you can build your major project around. And so this isn't 4 pages of just new, fresh writing. A lot of the time it's going to be revisions of your work that you've already done on your sources, your project proposal, your notes, maybe even your topic proposal. So keep that in mind when you're working on your MP. So let's go ahead and look at the weekly module here. So that's your submission page for the project proposal. And so what I'd like you to do is, as you're submitting or before you submit the project proposal, the revision, what I want you to think about is like what people said on that discussion board over the weekend, right? So you want to be looking at what their comments were so that you can push yourself forward to ask yourself these questions, right? Describe what you still need to do, what kind of research gaps do you still need to account for. By this point, you should really have all of your research pretty much ready to go. And then what do you anticipate is going to be the most challenging part of your paper? I would say actually starting with that before you get to class on Thursday is a good idea, because I'd like for you on Thursday when we're doing this draft workshop to be able to show the most like sort of complicated or most challenging aspects of your paper. Because remember, we're only going to meet one more week in person before the end of the quarter. And so this is a really big opportunity on Thursday for you to get some feedback on your major project, okay? So what's going to happen after Thursday's class next week is you're going to finish drafting your project. And so the goal is to complete and revise a draft by Monday, June 4th. All right, and so you need to keep that in mind because it's a week from next Monday. All right, and so you're going to have a little over a week to draft the whole project, but that's basically the whole work for next week. And so I'm expecting that you're using that time outside of class to work from your project proposals and work from your source journals to actually draft that MP. Okay? So I think that's all that I have to show you guys. Let's go back to the module. The other thing that I'd like for you to do before Thursday's class is take a look at these portfolio guidelines. And you got these on paper in class on Thursday too, and what I'd like you to do is actually annotate the portfolio guidelines and then write down any questions that you have about the portfolio. We'll be talking about this on Thursday in class as well. We'll be going over the sections of the portfolio and we'll be looking at some samples, okay? So please do that before Thursday's class. If you go back to the module page, go down to week 9 here, you have sample portfolio links. And so these aren't exactly like your projects or your portfolios, but this is going to show you what they sort of look like in the finished product. So please take a look at these sample portfolios. It's going to give you a sense of what you're going to be building at the end of the quarter. And then there's also grading guidelines for the portfolio, and then a portfolio planning worksheet, which I would really recommend taking a look at before Thursday's class as well. So you can click through these. These are the grading guidelines, and basically they tell you what the different grade categories would look like for the portfolio. So take a look at all of that, ask any questions that you have, and what we're going to do on Thursday is we're going to start with the MP draft workshop, and then we're going to do the portfolio workshop, or portfolio introduction on Thursday's class. So you need to bring in 4+ pages for the MP draft workshop. Try to write at least 4 pages. If you don't get all the way through those 4 pages, that's okay, but bring in whatever you have. And you could bring in, bring in a draft, bring in outlines, bring in sources, basically anything that's going to help you to do this workshop where you can fully explain where your project's at. But my goal is for you to bring in 4 pages. And so remember, part of that might be the 2 pages from your project proposal, it might be stuff from your source journal, or it might be new writing. And so this is what I'm expecting for Thursday. So 4 pages by Thursday, finished draft by Monday. Okay? Great, so email me with any questions. Thanks, guys.